First up on this week's Red and White Show is an exclusive behind-the-scenes look of New Kit Photo Day. Now we have the highlights of Carabao Cup game where we hosted Everton and very nearly got the result we wanted. Sticking with the Everton game earlier this week, here's an angle of match day that you may not have seen with the Inside Rovers match day vlog.
I think coverage starts about 7:30, kick off at 8, so it just pieces together little bits and pieces of on the day footage.
All the best. Cheers. Can't wait, yeah.
Favourite flavour?
Thank you.
You've said that.
Cheers.
What happened to your head? You're back a bit low, boy.
On the coaching football and you went over with the FA. That's getting washed these days, isn't it?
Tonight, what are you supporting? The Toffees. I'm sorry.
Give us a score prediction.
2-1 Donny.
Action this coming Saturday to the visit of Swindon Town. That game gets underway.
games like that, when they come tight, can go your way, because you end up just doing a lot of elegant.
Yeah, it's been a positive night for us. We're hoping the fans can come back and cheer us like that game on Saturday against Swindon.
Now we move on to Swindon Town this week, and here's what the boss, Grant McCann, says ahead of the game.
So Grant, first of all then, 5-2, deadline day. Are you spinning any plates right now for incomings or indeed outgoings?
Yeah, we are, and we have been, and obviously we're happy with the squad, and we're hoping to get a few people back. We would like to bring another attacking player into the team, into the group. So we are hopefully going to do that today.
How confident are you between now and 11 that will get sorted out?
Quietly confident. Obviously there's a lot of things you've got to do to make it happen, so we're working hard in the background.
Would that be a loan signing or a permanent signing?
It'll be a loan from a Premier League club.
Right. Okay, so it's kind of the trickle-down effect, I suppose. Even on today, isn't it? You're kind of waiting for green lights for this and that and the other.
Yeah, it's difficult on deadline day because there's obviously a lot of plates spinning at different clubs, and they're waiting for players to come in, and etc. So I think look, when this window shut, it shuts. Unfortunately for George Miller, he's going to be out for another 6 or 7 weeks possibly, and we just need more artillery, I think, at the top end of the pitch, so that's the reason for it.
Yeah. So outgoings, even if it's some of the younger players maybe that just need some football elsewhere, is that a possibility?
Yeah, definitely. When players get back fit, I think that's definitely something we'll look to do, is to get some of the boys back out on loan again. It's important for their own development more than anything, really. It's not that we don't see them as part of the plans. It's more that, where we are as a football club, we don't have that in between 18s and 20 and first team. So the only next option for that group is to play games. So hopefully we will do that once the day settles down, and we can look into the National League and things like that for some loans.
Well, after the Lord Mayor show scenario, which is nobody's fault, but it just is what the magic of the cup brings versus the league.
Yeah, we don't think like that. That's for you to think about. That's for the press, the media, and everybody else outside of our football club to think. We think about the next game, the next performance. How can we go and put that performance, a similar sort of performance, on against Everton, MK Dons that we did against, and do it again against Swindon, and see if we can get the result. But first and foremost, we got to make sure that we're ready for the game.
And well, a Swindon team that, goodness me, they could score goals as they have proven. What are you expecting from them?
They can do that. Of course they can. We've seen a lot of their games. So it's a game. It's a next game for us at home. Really, we are focused on us. Yes, we've seen their games and we've watched a lot about them, but we want to keep the focus on us and making sure that we perform.
After Everton, have you noticed a bit of a bounce about the place? Because it was a performance with plenty of credibility.
I noticed a very tired group of players on Thursday when we came in. Some of them didn't sleep, but that's just the way it is after games. Sometimes the adrenaline and stuff like that. So we've been very diligent in terms of what we've done in the last couple of days. Managed to get some recovery into them on Thursday, some yoga and some bike and some swimming and stuff like that, and particularly the team played. And then today we worked a bit more on tactical stuff for tomorrow's game.
Yeah, I know it is what it is. You've got to play tomorrow, but how much of a challenge is it to get them going again, to put together a performance that can beat Swindon?
Yeah, we have to. There's no getting away from. We have to do that. We have to show the same performance, same levels, same energies. Good thing tomorrow, I'm looking at my bench tomorrow and I'm looking at it and thinking, I've got options, I've got things to change it, which is good with players coming back. So hopefully over time, over the next week or two, we're going to get stronger in that as well. And that's where I want to be. I want to be in a position where I'm having to leave people off the bench. I think that's when you feel you're telling them why they're not involved. That's when I feel we're at our strongest.
Yeah, I just wanted to pick up on Owen Bailey as someone who's played 3 different positions already. Commendable versatility, and it doesn't seem like it seems to affect his performance levels either.
Phenomenal character. Honestly, he's a warrior, absolute warrior. It doesn't matter where you ask him to play, plays it with great aplomb, and he's a tremendous player as well. I don't think he gave Dan Juma a kick for 70 minutes the other night, and the one time we let him in on the far side, and that wasn't Owen Bailey, but I'm just saying us as a team, the one time we let him in, he scored. So wherever he plays, right back, outstanding at Hull, centre midfield, he's been brilliant, and I've spoken about him before. Maybe after the Notts County game I said how well his performance was, and then you see him at right side centre half and joining in from there. So his versatility was one of the big things why we brought him here, because he's played in all them positions for Gateshead. But he's a top kid. He's no hassle, comes in, trains to his maximum every single day, goes absolutely nowhere near the physio room, which I love. And just gets on with his work.
And finally on this week's Red and White Show, Jack Senior reflects on the Everton game and looks forward to tomorrow's clash against Swindon Town at the Eco Power Stadium, 3 p.m. kick-off. We hope to see you there.
Well, first of all, how do you assess playing against the types of players that you did, Premier League footballers, and kind of making a mental note of that and taking it into the league programme?
Well, playing against them, I think my first initial reaction was, it's just another game, really. I think even when you come out onto the pitch and you see them there, it was just nothing really came over me type thing. It was just we've got a job to do, against whatever the opposition. We always have a plan in place, and we look to implement that plan, in the game, and I think for large parts of the game I thought we did. I thought we were very effective in what we wanted to do in the first half, and you just see at half time the quality they bring on, and I think towards the end they started to kind of show their Premier League quality in terms of dragging us about a little bit, but it was a good occasion, but ultimately we had a job to do, and we didn't get through to the next round. But I think we can take a lot of pride and take a lot of positives going into the fixture on the weekend.
Yeah. And how much, following on from the MK Dons performance, second half performance against the MK Dons, and then the cup match the other day, do you guys feel as though you've given yourself a platform to build on here into the league campaign after the start of the season that you've had?
I think it's exactly what you've just said. I think we have now created a platform for ourselves, to go on and express what we want to do, as a team going forward. And I think the performance against MK Dons, especially second half, was for a team that's top of the table in this league, is it was very one-sided. And I think, like I said, we can take all the positives from that, and then doing it against a Premier League opposition, I think it's a good stepping stone for us to take into the weekend and hopefully carry that on, because we've created positives, but ultimately the results have been negative, so that it's about putting them two together and creating a performance and then getting a result as well.
Jack, that's one thing I did want to pick up on. It seems like there's still optimism, excitement about the place. There's positivity and confidence and just a belief generally when you talk to everyone that things will be absolutely fine, as you say.
Yeah, and you get that feeling from being around the training ground, being around the stadium, seeing everyone and stuff, and there's an optimism about us, and I think that's kind of where you have to be. You need characters like that who are gonna, when things aren't going everyone's way, you need characters who are gonna, work in different ways. You need people who are gonna drive the standards, but you also need people who are gonna be positive, off the pitch as well. And I think we've got all the right ingredients within the club, to turn this around.